What is going on, guys? DBG here, and 2K finally confirmed the Trial of Champions winner was Dame Lillard. When did they stop counting points? We don't know. But you know what? None of that matters. Did 2K count points at all? You know what? None of that matters. We cannot confirm nor deny that 2K even counted the points. But at the end of the day, one thing we know is that Dame Lillard is the winner. He is the winner. And one of Dame Lillard's teammates is going to be the Dark Matter. So it says here that I definitely did not click on Thiago. I must have clicked on something before I exited out of this tab. I had everything up on screen. I don't know why I'd be... Is Thiago playing for Spain? I mean, I got his best. He is one of the best. No, he's not playing. I was about to say, he hasn't had the greatest season. But, I mean, at his best, he's a pretty great player. One of the best in the world. It's a pity. It's a pity. Diego Llorente isn't playing, but he'll get in at some stage. Laporte starting centre back. Man, Spain aren't bad. I mean, I kind of would think they should have brought Rodrigo Moreno instead of Morata, because Morata can't score, but still, they're not looking too bad. But anyway, a locker code for one of his teammates. So this is the first time we've actually officially been told it's his teammate. We've been saying from their team, which everyone thought could have been just anyone from the Trailblazers, but now it's specifically the current Trailblazers. So let's have a look. I don't know too much about Dame, to be honest. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know that much about the Portland Trailblazers. So I'm trying to think of players we can rule out. We're probably not getting CJ Ellaby, Kelvin Blevins. We're probably not getting Nazir Little. We're probably not getting Zach Collins or Simons. Okay, I'm going to say players we could potentially get. Basically, I'm going to list off the guys that we could potentially get and the ones that I think are going to be best. What we should be hoping for. So, I think 0% chance we get Carmelo Anthony. A lot of people are hoping for a good Melo. No, we're going to get a good Melo. It's not going to be this Melo. Okay. I don't think it's going to be Nurkic. Obviously, McCollum's a shout. And then Enes Kanter. He's another one of these players that everyone just thinks it is because it had it in the token market. I don't think there's any correlation, by the way. Like, a lot of people will just put 2 and 2 together and assume it was token market cards. I don't see anywhere where they've confirmed that there's any sort of correlation. So for me, I'm just going to say there's probably no correlation. If there is, there is. If there isn't, there isn't. I'm just going to assume there's no correlation. But that still means Kanter is a possibility. I mean, Norman Powell's so small and he's not going to be good, which means 2K can put him in. And Rocco. Yeah, I don't think we see Derrick Jones Jr. I think it's going to be one of these guys. I think it's going to be one of CJ McCollum, Kanter, Norman Powell, or Robert Covington. I think the least likely one is Rocco. So as much as the one that we should want is Rocco. Like, if we're looking for which one of these cards we want, the best of all of these is going to be Robert Covington. Like, if you gave all of these guys 99 cards, I mean, maybe Harry Giles. He's a go release, doesn't he? Yeah. Maybe if they gave Harry Giles a Dark Matter, it would be better than Dark Matter Rocco, but I don't know. I'm still going to say Rocco. The card that we should all be praying for is Rocco. Because Rocco is going to be really good. Not only does he have a great jump shot, he gets good defensive animations. And one big thing with Robert Covington, and it's the Trae Young effect, is that I personally think that we've seen it with these guys right here. Say if you go to the really bad free cards we've got. So everyone's looked at these free cards and are like, oh, they're all the season rewind cards are terrible. And they're mostly terrible. They're not all terrible. And if you're looking at these ones right here, all these guys have terrible stats except Garland. And a big reason why Garland is somewhat usable in game is because he has a card that has already got juiced up stats for their tier. So basically, this is a juiced up Amethyst. So they have to make him better than a juiced up Amethyst, which means they're at least usable. Almost every card spin in packs is usable. So we're hoping to get somebody that has had a good card in packs. So that's the thing with Robert Covington. He has to at least have 33 Hoff badges and be a slightly updated version of this card. Honestly, they could make a copy and paste this card and make him small forward and he turns into 99 overall, which could happen. But still, it's a free, usable... Even this card here is good. So Roko is going to be a tiny bit of an upgrade on this card. Probably the same badges. He'll be a usable card. Whereas the problem is with Norm... And with Norm Powell even. He's going to have to be better than this card here. And he's probably going to get 10 extra Hall of Fame badges. Or actually, no. Probably maybe 15 extra Hall of Fame badges. 10 to 15, like... And he's still going to have his range extender. So he wouldn't be too bad. And base 32 is really good and very quick. He already comes with Pro 3 behind the back, Pro 2 escape. So he doesn't need any upgrades. Like, we have to assume that if any of these cards come, 2K are not going to actually upgrade their 6. Because that's what's happened with all the free cards. Again, like Trae Young's is the same as his Galaxy Opal. And I think this wouldn't be too bad a card to get if he was completely upgraded. Problem is that it's more than likely either Enes Kanter or CJ McCollum. They would be my 2 picks. I don't think it's going to be Nurkic because we already have a free Nurkic Pink Diamond. But the problem with CJ McCollum is his best card stinks. Like, he absolutely stinks. Like, 86 speed, 86 acceleration, 933 ball. Base 4. Base 4. Pro 2. Best case scenario, he's a worse Donovan Mitchell. That's best case scenario for this card here. Nah. Better Donovan Mitchell. He's a better Donovan Mitchell. That's the best case scenario for him. But again, actually no, I thought he was 6'4". But he's probably not going to be able to play point guard if it's CJ McCollum. I'm in fear that it's CJ because he's going to suck in game. And the problem is everyone's like, oh, they're going to give him base 98. Dude's free. And not only is he free, he's a free locker goal player. They're not giving him base 98. If we have to grind for this, maybe. They're not giving him base 98. They're not giving him 98. They're not giving him X. And they're not giving him Rayon. They're giving him base 4 on very quick. Maybe even base 4 on quick. But yeah, like, he's not going to be good. But he's not awful. But Kanter, the weird thing with Kanter is I think they're going to do a... Was it Isaiah Roby doesn't come with clamps? Yeah, they're going to probably do like an Isaiah Roby job on Enes Kanter. Like, this card here is actually... They're probably just going to bump it up to like 85 speed and 93 ball. And then give him like a higher block radiant, higher interior defense or something. And that's probably going to make him a 99 overall. But they're probably still not going to give him any defensive badges. He's going to be a sniper though. One thing I do like is base 39 and 38 and very quick as chicken. So I wouldn't even mind Enes Kanter, to be honest. I would not mind, but that's kind of what you're expecting. So yeah, that is... For me, anyway, that is pretty much showing off these cards right here. Showing off the Portland Trailblazers cards. So, most likely, we see CJ McCollum. Because we have not seen... Because, first of all, if any of these guys deserve a Dark Matter for their Portland-specific card, it's CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum, I'm not going to be opposed to him getting it. It's a free Dark Matter, so look, you're going to type in the code anyway. Who's number 2? I'm going to say Roko number 2. Because worst case scenario, Roko's a slight update in the Pink Diamond. Sorry, in terms of which is most likely, I'm going to say Kanter number 2. Most likely is McCollum, then it's Kanter, then it's Norman Powell, then it's Roko, then probably Nurkic. That's probably things in terms of most likely what I think. In terms of best, Roko's going to be the best. Because again, worst case scenario, he's going to be good. Because they're not going to make him worse than his Pink Diamond. Like, simply put, they're not going to make Robert Covington worse than his Pink Diamond. And he is, without question, better than... or he's going to be the best of these cards because he's Robert Covington. He's already good, and they can't make him worse than his Pink Diamond. So he's going to be objectively going to be good. Then the next best, I think, is going to be Kanter. Because he's already got base 38 and very quick, they can't take that away from him. And if they give Kanter a couple of badges and give him like 85 speed, he could actually be a really, really nice center, especially on next gen. Then Norman Powell. Basically the exact same situation as CJ McCollum, except he's taller with a better release. Then McCollum. McCollum's probably the worst, but most likely. Yeah. McCollum, the worst, but by far the most likely of all these players to get. And honestly, I would be most happy with Roko. But look, I'm fine whoever it is. Look, was the competition rigged? We'll never know. We will never know if this competition was rigged or not. Do I personally believe it was rigged for Dame? Apparently, there was a 60 point with Trailblazers player. Trailblazers players challenged, which pushed Dame back into #1. Do I wish it was Zion? Yes. Am I happier it's Dame, it's a Blazers player over a Jazz player? It depends, because like Joe Ingles stinks and it could have been Joe Ingles. But if it was Gobert, I mean, they probably would have screwed him over. But at the end of the day, it's over. We can stop talking about this. It will make an appearance. Like, the Game of Rings will open the code, or we'll put in the code tomorrow. We'll get our free dark matter. We'll kind of laugh about it. It'll be mentioned in the documentary, and it's one of those things we will laugh about in following years, and how ridiculously bad that whole thing was. Is it rigged? We will never know. We will never find out if this was rigged. I'm going to assume the 2K didn't rig it and they did count up all the scores, but I mean, I wouldn't be certain of it. And it was one of the worst ran things ever in my team. There is no ifs or buts about it. It was a disaster. But one of these guys on the stream right here is getting a free dark matter tomorrow. Let me know who you guys think it's going to be in the comments. Also, let me know who you guys want it to be. Leave a comment with think it will be blank, want it to be blank. For me, think it will be CJ McCollum, want it to be Robert Covington. That is my opinion. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.